Hello everyone, welcome along to what is actually round 7 of the championship. I just noticed in the title at the top I put round 6, is it round 6, round 7? Round 6, round 7? I'm getting very confused right now, but we're here, we're at Interlagos. It's a round of the LBRacing series, starting off with the 296 Scuderia series at the beautifully I love this, absolutely love this track. It's one of my favourites whenever it comes around on the Formula 1 calendar, because you don't know whether it's going to stay dry, you don't know whether it's going to rain, you don't know what's coming when you come around to Interlagos. And tonight, at the moment, it looks sunny, but there are a few clouds in the background, so we will obviously keep an eye on the weather. Because it can rain here, named after the lakes, obviously, as we can see in the shot there, named after these famous lakes, as Mario told me the other night. Interlagos meaning around lakes or something like that. I know the Lagos means lakes in Portuguese / Brazilian. So let's have a look at the updated championship tables after the last round. So we have Linio there in 15th place, Johnny in 14th, Wacky there in 13th, Lee in 12th, Stuboy in 11th, Gear Kayla 10th, Stuck on the Grid in 9th, and then the top half of the table we have Watsy in 8th, and we've got Hulky there in 7th, Sprinkler in 6th, Rich in 5th, Mike in 4th, Deluxe 3rd, Race Lord in 2nd and 10th. In pole position with that grand total of 5 race wins in the 5 races he's done, with 5 fastest laps as well. So maximum points for him so far at this point, because with the drop round now taken into account, marked by the little red numbers you can see on the screen there. Massive shout out to how close it is for the battle for 3rd in the championship between Deluxe in 3rd all the way down to Sprinkler in 6th, only separated by 5 points between them. And then Hulky is only 10 points behind Sprinkler, so it is, and then Watsy not too far off that as well, so it is very close here at the front of the table, as we've got all the guys out on track at the moment. So yeah, it's getting nice and close, getting towards the tail end of the championship. So we do have some big news. We are announcing the new series tomorrow on Discord, 8 PM tomorrow night. Series 3 will be announced. So if you want to get yourself involved, if you're not in the Discord channel at the moment, get yourself added into the Discord, because we'll go live, the sign up will, at 8 PM tomorrow, and this one is gonna go fast. We might even have to add on a 3rd series if these two fill up, because obviously this is only going out to Discord members tomorrow as well. It could very easily fill up just from Discord members. So if you do want to get involved, get yourself onto the Discord as quickly as you possibly can, because as I said, it could possibly go pretty quickly. Let's get the action underway here, and let's give the guys a ready for qualifying, because we will get this one underway as they start to put in their readies. This is going to be an interesting one. Interlagos, I love this. Can't stress enough how much I love this track. Let's get the qualifier underway for round, I think it is round 7. Evening, Mario. So Mario, are you counting this as your home track? Is this the closest we can get to a home track for Mario? Technical track tonight, Mario says. It definitely is a technical track. It definitely is a technical one. As we get guys coming out of the pits. On board with Sprinkler as he brings his Braun Jensen Button inspired delivery out of the pits. Obviously Jensen Button won his World Championship in Formula 1 at this circuit. Extra bonus point to whoever can tell me the year that Jensen Button won his World Championship at Monza. comment down below. Got Sundancer then chat saying good luck everyone, you've got this, Rich and Tem. Where is Rich on track? There is Rich. He's in the battle for the last podium spot at the end of the championship as well. Definitely having a good run in the series is Rich. As he brings his throw and he's about to start flying laps. We'll stay on board with Rich because I don't think we've watched Rich for a flying lap yet. So here we go, starting off the first qualifying lap here with Rich at Interlagos. Going to turn 1, tricky braking in this, but you just want to up the inside curve as much as you can here. GT7 and absolutely maximise this exit curve. And he's out and out and on to the nice long straight. I can't remember the name of the corner at the end of the straight off the top of my head. But I know it's got a famous name. Another tricky braking in, you want to avoid the curve on the exit, because there we go, runs wide. That will be, I reckon, a half-second penalty coming up about now. We've got a spinner in the background, got a Scuderia in the background, and there's your half-second penalty for Rich. So Rich has got himself a half-second penalty on his first final lap. Now, no tyre wear in this event, so we will see Rich get another lap in. But the issue you've got is the penalty zone here is up the hill towards the start-finish strip. So it's not only going to kill this lap for him, it's going to absolutely destroy the next one as well. So he's going to struggle on the next lap as well. So he's going to try and get himself 3 laps in. Now there is only a couple of minutes left in the event. So he needs to throw himself away of getting this lap down. He should get another one in and be able to complete lap 3, because he's far enough around this lap to be able to get that done. Oh, here we go. Mike has that qualifying pole at the moment there, but then Holgi beats him, Gear Kayla beats him as well. Gear Kayla up in second. Here comes Sprinkler, he goes third. Rich in 6th after getting the penalty. Sprinkler moving up into 3rd. So there comes Sprinkler through, nice and sideways from Sprinkler. That's going to cost you a bit of time there. Now Rich is in a great position behind, because Rich is going to get some straight line speed here. And Linio goes up into pole, then there goes Temp up into pole. So normal service is resumed currently at the moment. Nigel Mansnail up in 7th place. Joining into the series because, a little bit of news to bring everyone, Racing has decided that he wants to focus all of his efforts on the GR2 series. He's taking a step back from the Ferrari. Wants to focus because he's got a shot at the title in the GR2, so he's going to focus on that. And from Nigel Mansell, it's nice and wide there. And Deluxe has gone into 2nd place for Deluxe now. Only 2 tenths off of Temp, so can Temp be toppled here tonight? That is the main question. Can Temp be toppled at the top? So if you haven't already, please hit the like button on the stream and also share it on out there. Let's get this pushed as far and as wide as we can as Mike crosses the line in 4th place now. What can Deluxe do on this lap? Got his Hamilton helmet on there in the Ferrari. Sprinkler has gone fast, got himself to 7th. Now, going back to what we were saying about Hamilton, obviously Hamilton, a honorary Brazilian citizen. So can Deluxe use that to his advantage? It is the final lap. Temp has gone faster, it's now half a second clear as Temp. Nigel Mansell gets himself up to P6. So at the moment, it looks like Deluxe could be the only one stuck on the grid. It's just done a personal best as Deluxe crosses line and doesn't improve. Linio has finished here, finishing 3rd. Mike is still on a lap. Could we see Mike? He's going to be the next one to cross the line. He managed to get in to get his 3rd flying lap done. Oh no, Mike has spun it. Mike has spun it. So the next one to cross the line will be Holkey. So here is Hulky. We'll see as he comes through the split here. He is down currently at the moment, but Gear Kayla is up. Could we see Gear Kayla move himself up into a podium place? Oh no, another one. Oh, it's curse the commentator tonight, isn't it? Curse the commentator. Gear Kayla goes round. I thought Gear Kayla was going to improve there. So Hulky will cross the line. And he doesn't improve. Sprinkler. He's on a flying lap. Now he's got a tow here. Can he get himself higher up the field? As Watsy crosses the line. Sprinkler does improve, but doesn't move up a position. He will start P8. But it is this man here on pole. It is Temp for SLM, taking another pole position here at Interlagos. So let's have a look at the qualifying results there. So it is Temp on pole at 1 minute 31.753, half a second clear of the field. He locks in second. Then we've got Lino in third, Mike in fourth, Gear Kayla fifth, Nigel Mansnail in sixth on his debut, Hulky there in seventh, Sprinkler in eighth, followed by Stuboy in ninth. Then we've got Johnny in 10th, Lee in 11th, Rich there in 12th, stuck on the grid in 13th, Watsy in 14th, and Wacky there in 15th. Let's give everyone a couple of minutes just to get themselves ready. Let's have a look and move over to the chat. So we've got Chris there saying nice one, Lenio, we've got Sundancer. So we read his comment already, but saying, "Come, you've got this Temp and Rich." It looks like Temp has definitely got this. So let me know in the chat who you're here to support. We've got Jarvis in the chat, that is aka Racehorse, saying good luck everybody. Are you feeling confident, Dave, for the GR2 coming up afterwards? Focusing all your efforts on that. Are you confident for that one? Let's give everyone the ready up. So it's going to be a 15-minute race of action here for what is actually round 7. So apologies, ignore what it says at the top. That's just me having a Monday moment. Should we get this one underway? Chuck in the comments who do you want in for this race? And I know everyone's going to say Temp, so let's forget about who we think is going to win this. Who's going to make up the most places in the race? Chuck down in the comments who do you think is going to make up the most places during this race, and we'll get this one underway. Here we go for round number 7. Alright, here we go. So there is Temp on pole again. Flashing the lights. Irish in the chat saying he thinks it's going to be Rich to make up the most places. Rich starting outside the top 8. Amazing to see another full grid of 15 drivers. 15 minutes of action from 15 minutes of drivers, and it's lights out and away we go. Temp leading the field away, D-Locks in second and Lenio in third. As we come into the first corner, into the braking zone, everyone looking like they are behaving there. Nigel Mansell in 6th. Sprinkler getting himself up to what was 7th for a second, but then dropping down into 8th. So tucking him behind, and then Stuboy just behind him. But it is at the moment. Look, he's got 1.1 second lead already. Temp into the bottom of the straight. Oh, Lenio running wide there. Will we see a penalty for that from Lenio? Yeah, we do. It's a half-second penalty for Lenio. Mike in 4th. Gear Kayla in 5th. Nigel Mansell in 6th. Sprinkler up into 7th. That has a half-second penalty as well for his misfortunes. Stuboy in 8th. Lee in 9th. Hulky down to 10th. Battling out with Johnny. Johnny getting up there into 10th position now. Johnny making a position. Hulky in 11th. Stuck on the grid 12th. Rich in 13th. Half-second penalty for Rich. Watsy in 14th. And Wacky in 15th. Look how close it is at the back. But at the front, it's 1.5 seconds now from, so 1.7 seconds. He's flying. He knows he's got to break this toe early doors because it's such a strong toe here. D-Lock's in second, and we will see the penalties come into effect here. Nino will lose out to Mike, so Mike now up into third place. And then Nino losing out there the position to Mike, tucking in the slipstream behind. So we're going to have a little bit of a fight here for these positions as they come into the centre assets. Nino getting past Mike, so he's getting back up that position. And to get a nice four-way battle here for the last podium spot. Oh, big contact. Mike going off. Big contact there. Let's have a look at what happened there. Well, JP, you've got this, says Mario. He's up another position. No, he's down to 8th. Let's have a look at what happened at the end of that straight. So, I think it was Mike here. A little bit of rubbing with Gear Kayla, and then, I think it was just the momentum where they just came apart. Manages to keep it semi on the track, semi on a straight line, which obviously good from that side of things for him. He's now down in 15th though, so something else has happened. Let's try and catch that now. Back for another replay. Oh, he's gone off into the barrier. He's kept it out, but he's dropped it. Oh, he's dropped it all the way down to 15th as Mike. Not the second lap that you wanted to have for Mike. Down in 15th. 10th in the lead, 2.5 seconds clear. D-Lock is now 3 seconds clear of Lino in third. Lino's got an absolute rear mirror full of Gear Kayla. And then we've got a bit of a back with one behind as well. Temp is AI. Have you seen how the AI drives in this game? Gear Kayla in the slipstream. He's going to move to the inside, thinking about it. But stays tucked in behind. Nigel Mansell having a great race behind him, 5th. He is no snail. Stewboy having another strong race for Stewboy. He's in 6th. Lee up in 7th, so he's made up a lot of places. Anyone that said Lee to make up the most places, I think that would be the winner. Is Lee. Sprinkler in 8th. A little bit of back pulling going on there between Lee and Stewboy. This is going to bring Sprinkler into contention as well here. And Holkey as well behind as Lee goes off and onto the grass. Looks like he managed to keep that going in the straight line. Yes, Mansell is very fast for being on VR. Mike's on VR as well. So Mike's doing a great job. And I don't know whether Gear Kane is using his VR. Now can Sprinkler get the drive up the hill? Looks like he gets a good exercise on the back of Stewboy. Let's have a look. He's in that slipstream. Got to think about what way he's going to be around here. Oh, gorgeous Stewboy. We'll get another run down here. Hope he's not too far behind this back as well. Will we see an overtaking at the end of the straight? No, we will not. Runs out juice at the end of the straight. So Holkey, as said, not too far behind this little bow. And stuck in the grid. Also not too far behind this little battle that we've got brewing. Johnny plays well, only a second off. Wacky up into 12th. So he's made up a few places on these opening laps as well. Rich in 13th. Watsy in 14th. And Mike in a lonely 15th after going wide and the big off as well. But he knows anything's possible in this race. Here is Temp coming around to complete another lap. He's got the fastest lap of the race at the moment, which is worth an additional 1 point. A 1 minute 31.654 crosses line. He goes even faster. A 1:31.651. Look at that for consistency. 1 minute 31.6 in the last 3 laps. The man, as Mario said, is AI. D-Lock's in second. He's got a nice bit of gap as well. He's got no one around him on track. He can just focus on getting hammer down. And then Lino is leading this little three-way fight for the last podium spot now between Lino, Giacchela and Nigel Mansell. Who's going to take that last podium spot? To be fair, they're not too far behind D-Lux. If D-Lux has a big mistake, then that will cost him some positions as well. These three just seem to be glued together. Nigel Mansell on the back of it as well. Lee's broken through from the pack behind, and he's got himself up into 6th, and he's pushing on well. Holkey having a good race in 7th. Sprinkler then seems to be the cork in the bottle again. Every race we have at the moment seems to be Sprinkler holding up a gaggle of cars behind. So Sprinkler in 8th, but he's got Stuboy and Johnny and stuck in the grid. He's got everyone behind him. It's a Sprinkler train again at the moment. So Stuboy in 9th, Johnny's in 10th. We're stuck on the grid in 11th. Then we have a battle here. Wacky getting on with Rich. So they're having a little battle here. A little touch of the grass off on Wacky. But he keeps under control and keeps the car going in a straight line. And he's not too far behind this battle as well. See the cars moving around in front. Oh, whoa, closing speed there from Wacky. Yeah, absolutely 7th on them. So he's right up on the battle in front, so he's now on the back of this train. And then has Rich behind him. Moxie not too far behind that. And Mike down in 15th. Now, unfortunately, Temp has now broken his streak of a 13.6 on every lap. The last lap he did a 31.544. Let's see what he does on this lap. The alien is becoming more and more alien as the race goes on. Let's see what he gets done on this lap. And it's a 31.4. He goes even quicker. He's really getting into the groove of things now. D-Lock's 3.5 seconds clear of the group in front. So he's having a good race. He'll be really happy with his points. He'll be scoring if it says like this. Lino in 3rd, still holding off Giacchela. Has broken the toe a bit now. So 1.2 seconds clear. Giacchela just behind. Just needs to get himself back into that slipstream range. Nigel Mansell in 5th. Stop showing off temps, says Ira. Yeah, I completely agree. Lee in 6th. Now Holkey is within a second of Lee. So Holkey pushing on, going for 6th place finish. Ooh, 4-wheel drift in there from Holkey. Keeps it going there. Sprinkler has broken the toe from the group behind, so that's what he needed to do. Needed to break the toe from the group behind. Stuboy will now be the leading car in the train in 9th. He's got Johnny for company behind. Then Johnny has got stuck in the grid, not too far behind as well. Then it's Rich up to 12th now for Rich. Wacky in 13th. Watsy in 14th. And Mike is in the pit, so I think Mike may be retiring from the race. So he had the spin and had the off earlier on. So Mike bringing it into the pits and retiring to the pits. Obviously, if you do drive around and retire in the pits, you will score points. So we'll still get the points for 15th. I think the round is higher than that anyway. This man, again, he did a 1:31.6 on the last one. He's slowing down. We say slowing down, he's still rapidly quick. D-Lock's in second. He's definitely looking a sure bet for that second place finish. Massively going to help his championship hopes. I don't think anyone's going to catch 10th, so I really do think it's a battle for second in the championship. We've only got 3 minutes left in the race, so it should be 2 laps. The next lap and the lap after, and then that will be it done. Not too far behind that final podium spot. Juki Kayla just outside that slipstream range. Ideally want to be within a second to really feel the advantage of that slipstream. Nigel Mansdale has dropped out the slipstream range. He's in a comfortable 5th place here. 2 seconds behind to Lee. Now Lee though has Holkey for company. Holkey is coming. So here is on board with Holkey. A little dab of brakes there because he was sliding. This is going to give Holkey a great run. Using all the slipstream Holkey. Perhaps Holkey just thinking that and get on the way. I don't want to go past yet. This is bringing Sprinkler into play. Sprinkler is now 7/10 off the back of Holkey. As we can see on the little onboard screen on the Ferrari, you can see Sprinkler's car dancing down. Holkey's thinking, I'm just going to wait until we start penetrating, because he knows the next time they come around it's going to probably be the last lap. So he doesn't want to give Lee a chance of maybe getting that slipstream back. Sprinkler's going to be watching this battle and thinking, do you know what, I fancy 2 places here on the last lap. He could get himself up to a 6th place finish here. Holkey needs to get a good exit here, and he does. And that will be Holkey side by side with Lee going up the hill. Now let's go on outside, because it is going to be side by side as it across the line. There's Sprinkler in the background. Sprinkler will be watching this going, I fancy a bit of this now. He's got battles in the background as well. We'll stay on board with these two until they get in the infield. I say these 3. Sprinkler's now 3 temps. He's now 2 temps. He's catching up on Holkey now and absolutely waiting not. Look at him go. It's a 3-way fight. Lee's covering off the inside. Holkey going to the outside. Holkey thinking about maybe a move around the outside. They're 3 abreast. I say 3 abreast. 3, 1, 2, 3. Nose to tail. Holkey moving out. He's going to go and try and go around the outside. Lee covers it off. As we watch this, so Sprinkler is getting closer and closer. Is anyone going to send it up the inside here? Sprinkler hard on the brakes. Holkey though will have the inside though. He'll return the favour. Sprinkler will have the inside though, so he's going to fancy the move. And he gets up the inside. So he had the inside line. They were trading places left, right and centre as they came through those corners, but it's Sprinkler moving up into 7th, but it is winning the race as a 10th. 8.5 seconds clear, he wins the race. D-Locks will cross the line, he'll take 2nd. Lino takes 3rd. Kayla crosses the line in 4th. Nigel Mansdale getting himself up into 5th. Lee will take it, will he? Lee takes 6th, Sprinkler in 7th, Holkey in 8th. Then it will be Stuboy in 9th, followed by Bucky in 10th. He's at a phenomenal end of the race there. Stuck in the grid in 11th, Johnny in 12th, Watsy in 13th, and Rich in 14th, with Mike retiring to the pits. But it is this man who takes the race win at round 7. with the fastest lap of 1 minute 31.441 for 10th. Absolutely phenomenal job. Has absolutely flown around this track. Dominated another one. Maximum points for 10th. And finishing 8.5 seconds clear of Deluxe in second. And there is the second place finisher of Deluxe. Rich in, Linear in third. Kayla in fourth. Nigel Mansell in fifth. With Lee in sixth. Sprinkler in seventh. Only just missing out from Lee. Holkey in eighth. Stewboy in ninth. Wacky in 10th. Let's have a look at the full race results and save the replay before we forget. So 10th there with a win. What a fastest lap by 10th. We already saw it all the way down to 8th. Stewboy in 9th. Wacky in 10th. Stuck on the grid in 11th. Jolly in 12th. Watsy in 13th. And Rich in 14th. And Mike retiring to the pits. Ooh. That was another phenomenal. Make sure we set the replay. Yeah, we did. Right, don't go anywhere, anyone. We have the GR2s coming up in a minute. We'll jump over to that one now, and we'll be back in a couple of minutes. So don't go anywhere. to the GR2s here for round 7 of their championship. Again, back at Interlagos. Right, everyone is just filtering into the room as fast as they can, and we will, as soon as we've got 14 people in here, we will get it underway. There's the 14 in the room, nice and quick from everyone. Just make sure we have got everyone filtering on in here. There is Mike back in the room. Just waiting for the last ones to come on in. So whilst we're just waiting for that to happen, let's have a look at the championship stand-ins. So we've got Brisket there in 14th, with Lino in 13th, Briano there in 12th, Johnny in 11th, Hugo in 10th, Kayla 9th, Mario in 8th, with Rich in 7th, Mike in 6th, D-Lox there in 5th, Froxy, who unfortunately cannot make it tonight, in 4th, Temp in 3rd, Gavsky 2nd, Race Lord leading the way. So this is going to be a fun pack tonight. Who do we think is going to have this one? Is not as clear cut as we have in the Ferrari series. So who do we think can take the race win here at round 7 at Interlagos? Will we see some rain here? Obviously it can rain. Definitely going to be a interesting one. Also, as well, if you do wish to tip the stream, head on over. Link is in the comments if you do want to send a lovely tip to the stream. All the proceeds will go back to the LBRacing fund and go towards the drivers. So go towards trophies and stuff like that to bring you more fun action. Let's get qualifying underway. These guys have got enough time in qualifying. Everyone ready? Let's go. Right, who's it going to put us on board with? It's normally Race Lord or Mario. Mario's always first up the pits, always, normally without fail. On board with Briano this time. As Rhino comes out the pits. And there he is for SLM. Speed, car speed is utterly ridiculous. So anyone that's new to the series, for this one, drivers need to use the hard and the soft tyre, and they only start with 50% fuel, so fuel does get very light towards the end of the race. Now they can start on the hard and switch onto the soft later in the race, and vice versa. Start on the soft, switch on the hard rate later on. So you will see a variance of strategy between the drivers as the race goes on. But these cars obviously have a hellishly high amount of downforce, so you can absolutely send it. Expecting the cars to be around 10 seconds a lap faster than the GR3s that were out before in the 296s. As you can see, before he even crosses the line, he's going to be 170 miles an hour. As he comes on in to set his qualifying lap. Lino's new colours. Let's have a look at Lino's new colours actually. We will have a look at them. Obviously we've got 10 minutes of qualifying here. 14 drivers up on track. almost full lobby in the GR2, which is great to see. So Ryan, you're doing a great job here in qualifying to begin with. Obviously, 10 minutes of qualifying for these guys, so they do have enough time to come in and pit and change tyres halfway through. He seems to be doing great. It's a little bit cloudy. Ryan coming around to complete his flying lap. Mario sets the early pace of 122.8. Nino 123.227. Hugo to cross the line next. Gavsky going pole with a 122.516. Hugo crossing the line there. Johnny in 5th now. Who have we got still to come around? Raceward in the pits, Mike in the pits. Risky goes up into 5th. No Hassel, who has returned to the series. It's great to see No Hassel back. Will cross the line and gets himself up in 7th. We've got Rich to cross the line now. Gets himself up into 8th. So 9th at the moment is Lino. Now there's the livery that Chris was mentioning, so we'll stay on board with this for a second so we can get a good show off of the Racing Rivals livery out on track. Looks like that was Mike running wide there. But at the moment, it is this man, Gavsky. In pole position, he loves this track, one of his absolute favourite tracks. Does look a little bit where there. Mario doing a new personal best. Gets out P3, he'll be very happy with that. And Gavsky diving into the pits. Pit crew is out. Hugo getting himself up 2nd. He'll be buzzing with that, Hugo will. Still waiting for Gavsky's car to arrive. Gavsky getting the tyres changed and out and underway. Temp now has set the fastest lap of the qualifying though, 121.983, and he hasn't changed his tyres yet. Oh, Gavsky coming out just in his toe. That could work out good. Yeah, it was one to forget for you, but that's what brought rounds of 4. That's what brought rounds of 4. You'll be back. You'll still, I think you'll still, even when you drop rounds, you'll still be massively in the fight in that midfield, and 296 is just so close. So at the moment, Temp half a second in front of Gavsky. Gavsky will just be coming round now to start the flying lap. So we'll see what he can do. Risky there popping it into 4th place. Temp is in the pits. That's going to give Gavsky a nice clear bit of track in front. Into the hard braking zone, through the centre S's. Throwing the car through. Let's see what his first split is like. He's down 4 tenths. It's not going to be enough on this lap for him. I want to see where Raceward is, because I don't think we've seen Raceward do a lap yet. There we go, he's back in the beast with front area damage, so he's had contact somewhere with someone on the barrier. It's not a great qualifying for Race Lord at the moment. He's down in 14, changing his tyres. He will get round and probably get one in, maybe a push, maybe two, if he's lucky. So he's coming out, he's all the way down in 14th at the moment. Temped's out after changing his tyres. Gavski's coming around to clear. Has he managed to improve through the midfield at all? It's 3 seconds out, so he's waiting for another lap to go again. So, let's see what he can do on this lap. Can he improve on this one? Thank you, young Swin, in the channel. 17 views at the moment. It is awesome. Let's see if we can break the 20 mark. Everybody, let's get the likes in as well. Hit the like button. Also, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. As I mentioned earlier, we have Series 3 being released on Discord tomorrow at 8 o'clock. If you're not in the Discord, get in there now. The places are going to fly off the shelf. So join in. Gavski approves. He's 2 tenths up in Sector 1. He's finding the tyres. Maybe the tyres do need a preparation lap until they are absolutely at their maximum. But Linio popping up into second there, so Gavski dropping down to third. Throwing the car around the track. He's only just in front of Hugo in fourth, so there's less than a tenth between second and fourth. And fifth. And sixth. All the way down to sixth, and down to seventh, all within a tenth of each other. Let's see what Gavski's done through here. He's down now though. He's got enough to get one more lap in. As if he absolutely follows. Now where is Race Lord? He hasn't done a lap yet. There's Ryano there popping up into 10th place. Well, it's all dark over the track. Maybe we'll see some rain later on. Mike there, get himself up. A new personal best up into 12. Johnny in the pits and refueling, so I think that might be Johnny's qualifying over. Let's see what Race Lord can do. No hassle getting himself up into second. Out here comes Race Lord. What's he got in the locker? Enough for third, but he will get another lap in. But no hassle, getting himself up in second. That's a fucking lap. This has put Mario all the way down in 9th. 10th even for Mario. And he's within 2 tenths of second. This is mentally close, this qualifying. 2 tenths between second and 10th. Mario's going to come around and do another lap. This will be his last lap. Can he improve? He doesn't improve. No one's improving at the moment. Who have we got further back? That seems to be Mike about to cross the line. Does Mike improve? Here's Temp on his final lap. Where is... So there's Temp. There's no hassle behind, so we'll see Temp crossing the line. Will Temp improve? Can he do it faster? Can he go faster? He's going to cross the line. Does it half a second quicker. One. Temp absolutely flying. No hassle improving as well. Here is Race Lord. Has he got enough to put it up there? Race Lord crossing the line. He does. He goes second by 9 thousandths. Gets himself onto the back of Temp. He needed that. He massively needed that. He needed to get himself towards the front, and he's done it. It's not enough for pole, but it is enough to get him second on the grid. That is such a close qualifying. So Temp on pole by 6 tenths. Then no hassle. Well, sorry, then Race Lord in second, and no hassle in third, separated by 9 thousandths. Then look how close it is from fourth. Linio in fourth. 22.495. Then we go all the way down to Deluxe in 8th. So then it goes to Gavsky 5th, Hugo 6th, Brisquet in 7th, Deluxe in 8th, all 22.5s. Then Mario, sorry, and Gear Kayla at 22.561. Then Mario in 10th at 22.582. Wow. How close is that? Then Manu there, then Rich, then Mike, then Johnny in 14th. The midfield 10th, all the way up to 4th. Less than a 10th between them all. Alright, let's get the guys set. Tyres. 4. Race. Right, everyone. Again, who do we think is going to make up the most laps? So most laps. Most places in the opening lap. Chuck it in the comments. And who do you think is on for the race win here? Everyone's saying ready. Let's get ready to rumble. Half an hour of action here. Let's get this one underway. For round 7 of the series. Here it is, Sandman on pole again. It is Temp. He's starting on the hard tyres, ladies and gentlemen. So is Race Lord in 2nd. And then No Hassle in 3rd on the softs. Lino on the softs. Gavsky on the softs. That's our top 5. But it is going to be Temp who is going to lead the cars away. And he's out and underway. Race Lord in 2nd. No Hassle, we're expecting to get a great start since he is starting on the softs behind him 3rd. As they come through the centre resters for the first time, have we got any... Whoa, who's not started further back? Mike has got... What has happened to Mike? Mike's got front end damage already? I don't know whether we can go back and see that far. Let's have a look at Mike. He just started with... Is he started with... Or is he driven into the wall? I don't know what's happened there with Mike. He's got a 2nd penalty as well. So Temp in the lead at the moment. 7 tenths clear of Race Lord. Race Lord managing to hang on here on the hearts. He's holding up on laps. So this is helping Temp massively. Race Lord is like a cork in the bottle here. No Hassle. Wanting to get past, wanting to be able to use that soft tire. Here it is on board. He's going to get on through here. Struggling straight line speed. Getting the move done and up the inside and past. Race Lord, and that is released No Hassle now on to the Temp. Race Lord in 3rd does have Lino all over the back of him and yields that position, and Gavsky's going to get through as well. That's Gavsky up to 4th on the softs. Obviously these guys are on the soft tire, Race Lord on the hards, so we would expect to see him drop down the order here pretty quickly. Go, Johnny, go, says Mark Price in the chat. How are you, Mark? How are you doing? How did you think your race went in 296? So Race Lord dropping down into 5th. Hugo is going to be really happy with this current run of form. Deluxe in 7th. Giacela in 8th. He's on the hards as well. Mario on the hards also. So a lot of drivers opting to start on the hards. Johnny on the softs. Briano on the hards, half-second penalty, we'll serve it now. Rich on the hards. Risking it on the hards as well. So here is Temp. 4 attempts clear in the lead. No hassle is coming for it now. This group of soft runners behind him, they are coming hard. So Temp is going to want to try, if he can hold these guys up and make them use their soft tyres whilst he's on hards, he'd be absolutely laughing, but I think he might be a bit of a sitting up. Because these softs, this is a technical demanding track. And you need softs. So when you're on the hards it is horrible, but he is doing only 4 attempts off the fastest lap at the moment, which is a phenomenal effort. As we get the refueling glitch again. Gavsky fastest off the race at 22.320 as no hassle makes it on up into the lead of the race. Temp in second, struggling for grip out there. It's Temp. Looks like we might see Linia go past Temp here. He's up the inside and he's past. He's up in second. And then Gavsky is through and up into third. So that is Temp losing out on all of those positions now. All the soft runners are through. Next up behind him is Hugo in 5th. Then we've got D-Locks in 6th. Race Lord in 7th on the hards. So D-Locks has got past Race Lord. And D-Locks on the hards as well. So that's a great overtake there for D-Locks. Great position made up. Continuing his form from the 296. Race Lord in 7th. Diakela on the hards in 8th. Mario in 9th on the hards. Johnny on the softs up into 10th. Oh, then pressing the wrong button. Rich on the hards in 11th. Briano on the hards in 12th. And Risky Dale in 13th on the hards. And Mike has retired from the race after that strange start. We'll find out what happened with Mike at the start. No hassle, 1.1 clear. So he is creating himself a nice little gap over Linia there in second. Linia's been on a run of form in the series. He's been doing really well in the last few races, getting some great points. And moving him on up. As we now approach, slowly approaching 20 minutes remaining on the race. Nino is becoming under pressure from Gavsky in 3rd. Gavsky is charging. He knows this is a great opportunity for him to outscore Race Lord and possibly Temp if he can just get himself further and further up the road. Obviously Temp will have the soft tyre to use later on in the race. Gavsky just needs to keep himself in touching distance of Lino. Does have the fastest lap of the race currently. Temp is doing a cracking job though on those hard tyres. He's burning them out though. So he needs to ideally get these two about halfway now. The issue we've got is Gavsky's tyres. They're about half worn at the moment, so he'll probably get these about 14 minutes into the race. If he was absolutely burning down to a race. Temp in 4th, still not a great job on his cards. Hugo on the softs, they are burning out slowly. D-Lock still absolutely flying. Next second place is good on the hard runs at the moment. Race Lord in 7th. Seems like the tyres are warming up for him now though, because he is doing faster and faster lap times. Diakela in 8th. with Mario in 9th. These guys are just biding their time on the hards. They'll come to play when they move on to the softs later on in the race. Johnny obviously on the softs at the moment, so he will change on over to the hards later on. With Rich there in 11th on the hards. It's like an SLM party at the back here. No, I did not say SLM, I said SLM. Get your mind out the gutter. Hello, Hulky, welcome along. Off and onto the glass. Loses that position to Renault, so those hards are going to be colder and slippier now. And then we've got Risky there in 13th, biding the time on the hards these guys are. No hassle, 2.7 clear now. He is flying. Lino there, got Gavsky behind full company. Here comes Gavsky. So Hulky, how did you think your 296 race went? You were right in that battle in the midfield. So you've got to be happy with that. You're pretty much with everyone that you're battling with in the championship. So here comes Gavsky in third. He's keeping within a second because he's got Temp getting close behind him now. So I think Temp's tyres are starting to get up to temperature. Will Gavsky, oh, Gavsky, a second penalty. He's going to get done by Temp here. Temp getting past. Will Gavsky coming into the pits? He is. He's getting rid. First one to jump is Gavsky. No hassle going for another. His tyres are in great form. It's Gavsky's tyres that looked terrible in comparison to everyone else around him. So, no hassle in the lead. Lino in second. Temp in third. And not to use the soft tyre yet. The hards are getting up to temperature now. He's starting to able to pump those laps in. D-Log's up to fourth. He's on the hards. Race Lord in fifth on the hards. Kayla in sixth on the hards. So all the hard drivers seem to be making up places now. Getting a bit misty on the track. Are we going to see a change in the weather? Mario in 7th. Johnny in 8th. He's done round for another lap on his soft tyres, but it does look like he maybe do probably get Mears in a lap. Mino in 9th. 10th is Rich. There in 11th, and then here's Gavsky. He's still got his 1 second penalty to serve, and Hugo, obviously he's coming to pit onto the hards as well, the same lap as Gavsky. But we do have a new leader in the race. It is Lily. He's going for an extra lap on the softs. Temp is right behind, within a second now. And here is No Hassle coming out of the pits. He's got his tyres changed. And he's coming out of the pit. Will rejoin the battle. Will he be able to stay in front of Briano? Yes, he does. That's crucial for him. Getting himself a bit of clear air in the track in front. Because there was a big group of cars, as you can see there behind him. His pit crew, time up to perfection. He's out in front of them and onto a bit of clear track for No Hassle. So these guys are further back, just biding their time on the hards. Risky there is making up some positions. Now see some pushing out on the hards. Now Gavsky did serve his 1 second penalty. He's gone through. Johnny did come into the pits. So Johnny there onto the hard tyres. As we get Lino coming into the pits, we did think we would see him coming in, and that's given this man the lead back of the race on the hard tyres. consistency from temp again. He's in the 23s every single lap as he goes along. He's absolutely flying his temp. D-Locks there, yet to pit. Race Lord getting closer and closer, so Race Lord fancying this one now. He seems to have found a bit of speed out the tyres. Gavsky still the fastest lap of the race. So the first one to pit, so we're not expecting to see Gavsky make up some places now until late on in the race. Who is having a good race? Kayla in fourth on the hards with the podium runners on the hards as well. As we approach halfway in the race. In a second. To be fair, also Mario only 7 seconds off this group. He's on the hards as well yet to pit. No Hassle though is catching him up. Now, No Hassle and Mario are teaming up for the charity event that's coming on the 18th of April. They will be racing for the LBRacing sister team, yet to be named fully. No Hassle is hassling Mario now. But Mario is moving over and letting him on. Through it is Lexus versus Lexus. Straight line speed battle. Ryano into the pits and No Hassle into fifth. So he is off and underway. Now, the main question is where is Gavsky got himself up to? Gavsky's got himself up to 9th. Only 3 seconds now off Rich in 8th. And obviously he hasn't pitted yet. So we could see Gavsky getting himself up the field here as the pit stops start to happen. We're under halfway through the race now. Now, if you haven't already, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel, and also share it on out there. Get everyone involved, get everyone watching. Share it as far and wide as you can, because as I said, the announcement for Series 3 is coming out tomorrow at 8 o'clock. So make sure you're on the Discord channel tomorrow for that. If you do want to get involved and get racing with us, that's your perfect opportunity. There's no preferential treatment. It is just literally, if you're in the Discord, you can sign up no matter who you are. You can sign up for whichever one of the 2 series takes your fancy. Now, if they do both get filled up, then I'll have no choice but to make a 3rd series to run alongside them. Nino coming into the pits in 11th. So he had a bit of a... yeah, he's had an incident there. Front end damage. What's happened there? So Nino can be captured at all. So he was on the soft. Is this... oh no, this is lap 1. This is not far enough back. Let's have all the replay options there. But he is out. He's out to dump pit. Back up the hard, so they go for another set of softs. Hasn't changed tyres, just gone for the hard side. Not changed the tyres. Temp is in the pits. So D-Locks, we will see D-Locks coming in. Your softs will last now. These guys are staying on out. So D-Locks, Race Lord and Gear Kayla are staying on out. Temp's just getting his tyres changed now. And Hassel making it through as well, but I don't think now with Temp now. Oh, we've got a spinner! We've got a spinner. Who is it that spun? It's Gear Kayla. What's happening? Here he comes into the centre S's. Oh, just a bit too much curve and round he goes. It's like the ones we saw in Formula 1 earlier on in the year. He's gone off into the barrier. He's got front aero damage and front wheel damage, and that has dropped him down the order. So that's Gear Kayla down in 6th place now. He hadn't pitted yet, so that's his only saving grace, as he hadn't pitted. So he will not have to do an extra pit stop, but it is going to cost him. So will we see D-Locks coming into the pits now with Racing? Surely they've got 10 minutes left. They want to get on those softs. They want to burn them up as quick as they can. If you don't use them, you lose them, and you get a penalty for not using both tyres. D-Locks stays out. Race Lord is in. No Hassel is up to 3rd, and yet to pit. Temp has pitted, sorry, and Temp right behind. So Temp. This is actually 4th position. Temp on the softs. Temp going up the inside, sending it into the centre S's. That's Temp getting himself back into the lead. Oh, no, he's a hot pass into the pits. Gowski up to 5th now with the pit stops. D-Locks is the de facto leader at the moment, but is yet to pit. Temp in the lead, no Hassel in 3rd. Just getting 4th, hasn't pitted yet. So that's going to put Gavsky up to 4th. Race Lord in 6th. Now he is on the soft, so he's on the hunt now. Hugo in 7th on the hards. Rayano on the softs. Mario on the softs, much fresher softs as well. So Mario pumping in some laps now. Rich is in 10th on fresh set of softs as well. Gear Kayla down 11th after repairing his damage on a fresh set of softs. Johnny in 12th and Lenio in 13th. As we do see D-Locks coming into the pits, pit crew running out down tyres. That will put Temp back up into the lead of the race and the fastest lap of the race at 1:21.4834 Temp. That'll be the extra point for Temp as well. Here's D-Locks just from his pit box. That'll put Gavsky up to 3rd. So D-Locks hadn't pitted yet. Gavsky up to 3rd, but he is on the hard tyre. Now, the saving grace Gavsky might have is the 1.8 seconds he's got over Race Lord, but is that going to be enough to keep Gavsky on the podium? Or is it going to be Race Lord who's going to take the 3rd place spot? Or will they both catch up to no Hafford? So Race Lord getting himself up into 4th. He's been quiet all race, but now he's on the softs. He's going to start pumping in some lap times. Getting up the position, looks like Gavsky gave him that one. Thinking you're on soft at all. Gavsky going sideways. He's probably thinking, Race Lord, you're on faster tyres. If you can go and take some points off Temp, go for it. Gavsky down in 4th now on the hards. D-Locks up into 5th on the soft, so he's hunting down Gavsky. Gavsky could drop down to 5th in this race. So there's Hugo in 6th. He's got Ranu right behind him. Ranu's tyres are getting worn out. But he's pushing. Mario in a... Ooh, there we go. There goes Hugo. We heard that. Where is Hugo? On board with Hugo now. Here's Hugo. Just gets the power down a bit too much on the curve. Half spin, saves it. And then round he goes. That's Mario through as well. Hugo dropping down into 10th. So let's run down through the full order as it stands at the moment. It is 10th in the lead, 8 seconds clear. Let's see what happens on this lap. He's only got 6 minutes left of the race. Not fastest lap, we're still doing 22s. No hassle, just coming around on the hard tyres. So he's on a 1 minute 24. Then it'll be race forward. 1 minute 22, so he's gaining about 2 seconds a lap. On no hassle, could be close at the end of the race between these. D-Locks is a bit to 4th now on the soft. So he's in 1 minute 24 on the last lap. Gavsky down in 5th now. Ranu in 6th. Mario up to 7th. Can Mario get another position on this race? Scuderia in 8th on the softs. And then it's Rich in 9th. Hugo in 10th. Kayla catching up though, he's on the softs. Johnny in 12th. Malinho in 13th. The 10th is an absolute gap, 8.7 seconds. We haven't seen any rain or anything happen here. Hassel seems to be matching the lap times of Temp. So maybe Temp's tyres are starting to go off. No Hassel still remaining about just below 9 seconds clear. Race Lord has got to get down to 5.7. So 2 seconds a lap. He's got maybe 3 laps left if he absolutely pushes it. He might be able to do this. Might be able to get second back. D-Locks. It's getting dark in here. Oh, some rain now would really throw the cat amongst the pigeons. Gavsky in 5th. If it absolutely poured it down. Oh, that looks very ominous in the background. With 3 minutes left. If we got a spell of rain now, and people had to stay out or pit for inters, which one would be quicker? As we get a little back in the background there. So that's Brisket and Rayano, they're going side by side. Rayano's tyres are absolutely shot. This guy's Brisket on the grass, manages to keep that in a straight line. These two are going to battle all the way out on the stop in a straight. They cross the line. Look at this, the cars behind are all loving this. Because Ryan's closing up, Rich is closing up, and the Mario's closing up in 9th. around there, okay? It's getting dark here, isn't it? It's definitely getting dark here. Oh, it looks so dark over the track. Are we going to sit down? I'd love to see it lay down. Here's Temp. He's going to cross the line. He'll get 2 more laps in. No Hassel should get 2 more laps in as well. The one that's going to be interesting is will Racelaw get 2 laps in? He'll get 2 laps in, just if he keeps his pace up. D-Locks will as well. Gavsky at this pace won't. Gavsky, this will be his last lap. I'm going to rain dance too. I'd love to see it rain. I don't think we will though. It's going to be brilliant. These guys have got 2 laps left. So the last lap, we saw a little bit of rain on the last lap. 4 cars will only make it onto the last lap. Oh, it's a bit wide there from Temp. The lights are on. Is the rain about to hit? Temp's coming around to complete his last lap. I don't think we're seeing anything yet, so Temp about to come around to complete his last lap. No Hassel in second. Racelaw only 1.7 seconds behind now, so he's definitely going to have a run on the line on that. D-Locks in 4th. Gavsky 5th. Risky there in 6th. He's got half second penalty. Catch up Gavsky at Raiders. Temp in 7th. Mario up into 8th. Rayano in 9th. His tyres gone completely. Kikela in 10th. Hugo in 11th. Johnny in 12th. Rayano in 13th. Temp is now on his final lap. No rain yet. So's no Hassel for the final lap. Racelaw's made it through as well. D-Locks just crossed his line. 2 seconds to go. It is going to be Gavsky. He's going to be the first one to cross the line. Gavsky will finish in 5th. Briskia finishes in 6th. Rich in 7th. Mario takes 8th. Cameraman gets lost. Rayano in 9th. Kikela crosses the line in 10th. Hugo will come home in 11th. Johnny will cross the line in 12th. And it will be Nino taking 13th. There is no Hassel, who at the moment is in 2nd. Temp's here in 1st. No Hassel, 8/10ths in front. We've got to keep an eye on when Temp will cross the line. Got 4 cars still racing. No rain is dropping on track at the moment, but it is going to be this man who will take the round 7 win. It's another win for Temp here at Interlagos. Flash of lights across this line. No Hassel will bring it home in his return to the series in 2nd. Great race for No Hassel. Finishes in 2nd. Racelaw will round that podium, and D-Locks will take 4th place. Ooh. It's another win though for Temp. Let's save the replay down. So let's go through the results. So it is Temp there in 1st place at 1 minute 21.483. No Hassel in 2nd with a 1 minute 22.502 as his fast lap. Racelaw in 3rd. D-Locks in 4th. Gavsky 5th. Brisket in 6th. Rich in 7th. Mario in 8th. Rayano in 9th. Kikela in 10th. Hugo in 11th. Johnny in 12th. And Nino in 13th. Mike, unfortunately, retiring from the race. We will find out what happened to Mike at the start. She just had damage right away from the start. But well done to everyone. Yeah, we did save the replay down. So, as I said to everyone, as I've been banging on about all afternoon, obviously we have coming up and starting registration opening up tomorrow we have LBRacing Series 3. Racing will start on the 13th of April. Sign up, open in the Discord from tomorrow, 8 PM. So, get yourself on the Discord if you want to get involved in the series. 2 series are being announced tomorrow. So, get involved. Make sure you've got them locked in. Get your place secured. As I said, 2 series are coming up. And if we fill them up quickly, we might even announce a 3rd one. So if you haven't already, head over to the Discord. The link to it is on the YouTube page. If you haven't already, get involved. But congratulations to everyone for tonight. Back in a week's time for round 8 of the series. Getting towards the end now. Who do we think is going to take the championship? Cheers to everyone for tuning in and watching tonight. We got Lino's wheel disconnect. Fortunate for him. Nice one there from Young Swim. We got Jarvis saying thanks Mario, it was close. Great racing from Mark there. D-Locks, GG guys, no hassle, thanks for race. What's up mate, no hassle, you've done an absolutely phenomenal job there to get 2nd. Holding off Race Lord at the end of the race. Cracking effort from you. Really well there in your return to the series. As I said, cheers everyone for tuning in and watching tonight. We'll be back next week, and we'll be back for another action-packed race evening. Have a good evening, everyone, and enjoy the rest of your week.